Yo, man, once again, we have a travesty of justice, man. So they didn't indict the officers in New York. The grand jury didn't indict the officers in New York that killed, murdered, and choked our brother Eric Garner to death. You know, it's sad, man. You know, like Martin Luther King said, how long would justice be crucified? You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, if you're not angry by now, then I don't know what you're doing. But this is the America that we live in, man. This is our America. You know, this country was built upon the backs and the sacrifice and the blood and tears of black people, black African people. You know, it's in the bylaws. It's white supremacy, man. We got to understand. We as black people got to understand that. 'Cause a lot of us are just outraged, but we don't know why. We don't know what's going on. We don't know why these things are happening. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand the enemy. You gotta understand what you're fighting against, because you don't know what you're fighting against, you can't fight it. That's just the honest truth. So what we dealing with, man? We dealing with systematic white supremacy, man. We're dealing with racism. We're dealing with people in a government and a system that has absolutely no respect, no honor for black lives, you know? Because the country was built on that, it's not all white people, no, it's not. But see, white supremacy is a mindset, it is an idea, right? So, when this country was founded, man, it was founded on the backs of black people. You know, if there were no black people, you wouldn't have America. The world economy is based off the transatlantic slave trade. That's why all the European countries are filthy rich, because slavery was a business. Slavery was a business, and we were viewed as less than animals, cattle, man. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. The view and the mindset, it hasn't changed. So it's important to understand history so you can know what you're dealing with today. 'Cause a lot of people are like, oh man, you need to forget about that. It's over, but it's not over. It just reincarnated, it just redefined, and it's just revamped. You know, this Eric Garner stuff, this been happening. This happens all the time. You know, and the important thing we got to do is understand. And we also got to understand that, you know, even though all this stuff been happening throughout history, black people been fighting back ever since. They want you to believe that we were just waiting on the beach to be saved and rescued, which we were not. We've been fighting back. We've been revolting ever since the beginning of time, man. You know, and they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that we had any type of strength, any type of backbone. You know, and those things. You look at Ferguson. Ferguson is like the first real revolt that we had in a long time. I mean, we protested in Trayvon Martin, but them brothers wasn't tearing down stuff like they tearing down stuff in Ferguson, man. And it's long and it's sustained, man. So them boys, they really turning up down there, man. And most of those businesses they say we were looting, those are European businesses. It's like 3 or 4 black businesses in Ferguson that got looted. You know, but most of those businesses are European, like Nike, Foot Locker, Pizza Hut, Walmart, Chinese stores, which don't give two you know what's about the black community. They don't put money in the black community, anything significant. You know, so when them boys looting and stuff like that, hey, that's what they doing, man. You know, and once people loot, people of all cultures, races, and genders, or whatever, everybody loot during time like that. Everybody, you know, it's worse with other people if you want to be real, but when it comes to us, they try to illuminate that, amplify that, and take away from the real focus, which is white supremacy and the killing of young innocent lives, black lives. You know, that's the real thing, man. And so we dealing with this evil system, man, and we really gotta fight back. We really gotta stand up, because if we don't stand up now, man, we're gonna continue to lose like this. But this is the America we live in, man. You know, it's a slap in the face. You know, they said they needed more evidence, right? And what evidence do you need? You have the videotape from beginning to end. You know, the coroner ruled that it was a homicide, and even in the new NYPD's law and handbook or whatever, they said chokeholds are illegal, and all those things happen. Yet they still say we need to see more evidence. Anyway, white supremacists, you can get what you want. Look at the Exodus movie. They making all their gentlemen look European. And when people criticize them, they say, hey, you know that historically and biologically that just can't be true. Those Egyptians they can't be white European looking. They're like, okay, we know, but we still gonna make them white. Like, they got the money and the military power to do these things, man. But with Eric Garner, we gotta let these brothers protest, let these brothers speak out, man. We really got. There's no other time, no better time than the present to do what we got to do, man. You know, we can't rely on the government. We can't rely on President Obama because they're not gonna do it. They want to make apologies, and they don't get to the real issue. They don't say, yes, we are dealing with police brutality. They don't say that. They try to pacify it and soften it up and make it not look like what it is. And we have to tell our own stories, man. We have to be like, yes, we are dealing with this, man. And a lot of people don't like that word, white supremacy, but it's the truth, man. It's what we're dealing with. You can't fight truth, man. It's gonna come out one way or the other, and the way it's coming out is the other way. We've been telling y'all for years we're dealing with white supremacy, but nobody be like, hey, man, y'all need to chill, you know. But it's coming out, man. But they're killing our young men, man. They're just killing that. They don't care. But the power is still in our hand. And we got to take all of our energies, put them together, and fight back. During Jim Crow was Jim Crow's time. Civil rights was civil rights time. The Black Power movement was the Black Power movement time. This is our time, man. We got to let the young boys, the young people, just let them do what they do, man. But that's where the energy comes. That's where the rawness comes from. That's where the energy comes from. But we gotta do it with strategy and wisdom. This is our time to speak to this generation, to really move in the way we can move. Because, you know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they did the best that they could during their time of generation. They were masters at doing what they did during their times. And we have to be, I say it once again, we have to be masters at what we do during our time. You know, we build off the past, but we move toward the future. You know, that's what's supposed to happen, man. So it's just crazy. It angers me, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know how to direct my anger towards something positive, something constructive. You know, so we need to take all of our energies, all of our gifts and talents. It don't matter if we have PhDs or no Ds. We need to take whatever God blessed us with and put it towards the movement, man. Teach other people. We got to get back to family. We got to get back to community. That's the only way, because the power is always in the people. You know? Because they can keep slapping us around unless we stand up. You can take a scared dog or a scared cat and chase them around, but if you get that dog or that cat in that corner, they're going to turn violent. They're going to fight back. You know? And that's what's happening to us right now, man. We first got to speak with our economics, man. And once again, these boycotts, man, keep them up. We can't stop. We can't boycott Friday and then turn around Monday, go buy everything we wanted to buy that was gonna buy on Friday, because these people, they don't care about waiting on. They don't mind waiting on the money. They wait on the money because they know you're gonna give it to them. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, we gotta really stand up and stand out, bro. It's time, man. Like for real, man. We gotta understand this enemy, man. Understand we're dealing with white supremacy and we're dealing with an evil system that historically has done this to us. Look at slavery, man. They treated us less than animals, like I said. You know, and they don't care. It's blatant, it's slapped in the face. You know, we gotta get out of our comfort zone, man. We gotta disrupt some things sometimes. You know, Jesus disrupted a lot of stuff. Malcolm X disrupted a lot of stuff. Martin Luther King disrupted a lot of stuff. There's so many figures in our history that's disrupted a lot of things. You can't do this thing comfortably. If you try to do it comfortably, you're gonna lose. You might as well go ahead and sit down right now, because this ain't for you. Go watch it on TV or tweet about it. But if you want to see our people, man, our people come up as a people, we got to do it together, man. That's real.